So I never really get into the conversation about the whole trans issue, whether or not they can have babies or not, because at the end of the day, women are going to feel the way they feel and they have a right to, right? However, with Jess, it just seems like at times she'll just randomly throw out trans or something about trans people, just like when she was having a conversation with Lene, who's popular on social media, and was all like, yeah, and I want somebody who knows that only women can have babies. And Lene, if Jess did her research, she would know that, the lady is liberal. And so she was like, well, there's trans men. Now, if you want to have the argument, well, trans men are or born female, then yeah, you can have that argument. But Jess will just throw in the trans stuff just randomly. But come to find out, she actually lost out on a job because of that. So let's go ahead and get into this clip with Miss Pat. And I love the way that Miss Pat just kind of explained to Jess, like, her opinion. And it was like, oh, well, that makes sense. That's how it should be, right? But let's go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll get into it after the intro. All right, you guys, here we go.
I was supposed to have been on. Right for a few episodes because of a comment that I had made. And the comment was literally verbatim, only women can have babies. I said that, and I asked, was that what got them to, revoke my opportunity to be on your show? And they said yes.
Well, you know what? A lot of times when they do stuff, and I'm going to be honest with you, because I knew you was going to ask me this fucked up question on my air. So I'm going to ask you. They didn't come to us and say that. They just said, we're going to go in. BET said no. So when I asked you to do it, and no matter who I pick in this room, the network still have to approve it. And they check out everything. So when I guess that conversation came up, and then they decided to say no. It's nothing I can do when it's their money. I came in and said, I want you on my show. I went back and told them, I want you on my show. But then they said, BET said no.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't you. Yeah. Because the person who even called me said that you fought for like you really was like, nah, I want her on the show. Yes. And you said that more than once. But they told me that was the reason why. And I'm like, oh, all right. Well, do she know that? Can she, you know what I'm saying? Like, did y'all talk to her or did y'all tell her? What was her feedback? Like, y'all don't care that that's her show. She want me on there. And then it's just bogus for a statement like that I couldn't come and do. Miss Pat settles that. I was really upset about that, y'all.
But you do understand why people were like all up in arms about that.
Absolutely, I understand, but that don't mean what I said was not true. You know what I'm saying?
No, like, I think it's only because of there are trans men, there are like people who identify as men out there who like have babies. So they're like, oh, I have a baby too, but I don't necessarily consider myself a woman. So then it like exits me out of the conversation. It's like that was it. It was the fact that there were people who don't identify as women who are like, no, I have babies, I do childbirth, but I just.
Now, I want to say this. I don't think Jess should have lost out on the opportunity to be on the show just because of that. I think that is ridiculous. It wasn't that serious. It really wasn't. It wasn't to the point of like she wished any hate or wanted anyone to do anything to a trans person. So I don't think she should have lost out on her opportunity. I just wanted to put that in there.
Feel offended because I'm not a.
Let me give you a piece of advice from having a gay daughter. Let people be whoever the fuck they want. You are. That's who I respect you as being. Me personally, I don't put myself in those conversations. If you say you a woman, then you a fucking woman. You got on my shoes, you got on my dress. I'm mad because your makeup is better than mine. Other than that, I don't give a fuck what you can look like. Charlamagne with a wig. If Charlamagne want to be, and shut the hell up. If he want to be Charla today, then fine. I mean, just don't argue with him. Because allow them to be whatever they want to be. And that's just life.
But also, I think it's because I always look at this, and we talked about this on the show, is I always think that, like, I just look at everybody as spirits. Like, we're all really just, like, having a physical experience for this lifetime here on this earth. But we're all just spirits. And those spirits, when we die, don't come with a dick, don't come with a vagina, don't come with, you're just a spirit. It's how you treated people when you were here and how you life. And I think there are people who are like, oh, I'm just spirit. Like, I don't subscribe to the like colonialized mind of like, oh, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm a this, I'm a that. It's like, no, I'm just spirit. But I think that's why people were like, oh, all up in arms whenever that happened, because it was like,
but I also feel like
spirit.
if you do, I don't think you should be canceled for it though.
No, I think it's a conversation. I don't think it's canceled. I don't personally. I don't think it's canceled. I think it's conversation.
You know how we can have a conversation whether you agree or disagree, and then we can leave here and have a drink later.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's just so much shit said that like that is completely off motherfuckers' radar, right? Like nobody get in trouble for shit. But nobody else.
But my thing is like,
but you
it's not about
the gay community is like MAGA.
But wait, it's not.
Yeah,
no,
but it ain't the gay community.
It's not about. It's not about. It's not. But this is the thing. It's not about getting canceled. I think getting canceled defeats the purpose.
Wait. Let me clear that up. What I mean by the gay community is you say
it's like gay again. That's exactly what you just said, Miss Pat.
Because I'm like, what?
No, what I mean is, that when they come for you, they come for you, and they come in droves. And no matter what you say, they right. I mean, they did the same thing.
True,
but
that's crazy.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What, you don't fuck with the gay community?
I do fuck with it. What
you
Jordan is the gay.
What you talking about?
I'm just saying, you don't be talking that shit about. I be like, I talk about my daughter on stage, and I said, this is about my daughter, and I leave it as that. Because it's a sensitive community.
But it's not about sensitivity. It's about respect. It's about, I respect what you do, you respect what I do. It's not about being sensitive. It's like, no, you respect me, I respect you. Let's go out and, like you said, have drinks. Let's have a conversation. Yeah. But I don't think anybody, when people say something wrong, like if I see somebody who considers himself to be gender nonconforming and I misgender them and I say he or I say she and they correct me, I'm not going, I shouldn't feel canceled or feel upset because I didn't know. Yeah. If you tell me we have a.
Now, this is something that, with the trans community, like, based off of how you look, and that's how we all do, right? We say ma'am or sir. Now, definitely if somebody corrects you and goes or corrects me and say, no, I'm a ma'am or no, I'm a sir, I'll be like, oh, I apologize. And I'll use, the right pronoun or terminology, right? But I think sometimes too, like it gets into a sticky situation because there was that whole locker room situation with that Tish woman, the singer or whatever. And, I was all like, let trans people be trans, But then, like, when I seen the person that Tish was calling out, I was all like, now, who you fooling? So it's like stuff like that. Like, not everybody is just conforming to standards just because like, okay, this is how I feel. And then this is how I am. Like, this is, if I say I'm a woman, even if I don't look the part, or if I don't look like a man, I'm a man, but I don't look the part. Like, people are visual people. So when they see you and you don't look the part, it's kind of like, well, what the hell? But then that can go into a slippery slope because there can be a very feminine man who is not a woman, but who looks feminine. And then there can be a masculine woman who looks masculine. So, there's a lot of questions. And I think just having open dialogue is the best way to handle these kind of situations, and it don't have to be no hate, no malice, no nothing. Now, the bathroom situation, that's a little different. It's a little deeper than that. But I'm just saying in general, I feel like we can have these open conversations without having this whole cancel culture thing.
Conversation, I'm gonna respect you because you told me, oh, this is how you identify. All right, I'm gonna try.
Well,
right?
I don't do identification. I don't. I'm being honest. I don't want to know if you him, them, they, and her. What's your name? Give me your name. Because I can't. I don't want you. That's a slippery slope. You fuck around and call him a she or him or them. I guess too much to the new gay community. When I was coming up, it was just two things. You was a B. Can I say it?
What?
No. You were just two things.
Okay.
They trying to get me canceled.
You was the B and the F.
You were the B and the F.
Oh, you definitely can't say
that. The B and the F.
That was all you was. But all of this new stuff, I don't care.
But this is
just
the thing.
tell me your name, and I will respect
it's
you.
It's not new stuff because this is the thing. It's just the same.
Wait.
It's new to you, but this is the thing. It's the same as when we were talking about a white person trying to get over calling us Negro or trying to get over calling us colored. It's because times have changed. It's not the only oh my gosh, these niggas are all of it. Now they want to be called colored and African American. And it's like, no, actually, I'm going to listen to what you're saying because it affects you. So I'm going to try to do my best to not say colored no more. I'm going to try to do my best to not say F no more, not say B no more. But it's about communication. But nowadays, I feel like people are so busy doing this that they don't actually communicate. So we don't actually move forward anything. You know what I mean?
So is it okay if I just say, I don't need to know your pronouns. I just want to know your name.
I don't think that's offensive.
No, I don't, because maybe I dropped out of school. I don't even know what a pronoun means. So just give me your name. I don't know what a noun is. I don't know what a verb is. Just give me your name, and that's what I'm gonna call you. If you a gay woman, you want to be called Big Dick Willie. Big Dick Willie it is.
You know, fat is a slur now.
What?
Fat.
That's fuck you telling me for?
Oh my God. Yeah, but I respect Miss Pat, the way that she just kind of put things into perspective. And it's funny because she works with T.S. Madison. We know that T.S. Madison and Jess be getting into it over the whole trans issue. And like I said, like I think it would be dope if they did a show together and just had a conversation openly, whether they cussing, yelling, fighting, or whatever. But have this discussion, because I don't think it needs to be like this whole cancel culture. Like it's getting to a place where you can't say anything. But then on the other hand, when it comes to Jess, you're just saying this just to go viral and just to get a moment, like I got your moment. Like, let me throw this out there that only women can have babies. Like I said, in that conversation she had with Lene, they weren't even talking about trans people. She just randomly threw that out there. So I could see the perspective, like, okay, it just seemed like you got some kind of ill will or something like that. But I don't think Jess is hateful at all. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Jess is, transphobic, or do you think she should have lost her job? Or are you on the other side where like, why she lost her job for that? And yeah, women can only have babies. Let me know in the chat. And also let me know what you think about Miss Pat. I think she is funny. I've not okay, I'll be honest. I have not watched the Miss Pat show. I don't got BET Plus, damn it. Okay, I'll go get it. But anyway, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Talk to y'all later. Deuces, everybody.